fast. When I'm in the city, I'ma blow up her phone. She gon' tell me come through, I'ma be.
Gratitude, Divines and Divinettes. This is Bree India and
CJ Bandzz. Y'all know what's going on.
and this is season 2 of 808 Tavern, the I Am Who segment. I'm not on a Self Journeys retreat, but Self Journeys is always involved in it, and our creator today is also on his own self journeys and is very well attuned with where he is in his life and what he has going on. So what we're going to do is see more about him as a creator by tapping into his I Am Who are you. So before you even start mentioning anything about what you do or we get into the meat of your creativity, we want to know who you are as a creator. So starting off, explain who you are, whether it be in a statement, a quote you go by, if you have your own motto. Since you are a creator, there may be something you have is like your own target words or things that you use or something that you say on a regular basis. Or if you have a quote and you have a word that describes you, like if you're in a room, who is Bandzz in a room, you know, like, so I am who are you?
Man, I am just get up and do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always myself in a room, no matter what. Like, I'm gonna walk into a room, you feel me? I'm very genuine, you know, like I'm cool with people, but at the same time, kind of shy away from people too much because I don't really like dealing with like a lot of people just be having some ways with them.
Okay. Are you sensitive to energy?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not enough to make me like leave a room, but it'll just like, you can tell. You can just tell when I ain't feeling it.
Okay, so in the room, are you the person that would be, because you said you are, I guess from what you said, I take it as you're a go-getter. So from that, like, are you the person in the room that's going, when you walk in, you already scanned it?
When I'm scanning.
All right,
all
okay.
time.
I was like, based on what you said, that's what it
I
seemed
scan
like.
everything because I need to know, like, you know, who the liabilities and what, you know what I mean? Try to identify the weaker links and what. Not
You do a
so can
thorough
push them
analysis.
off, but like, you can bring them up if they want to be brought up. You know what I mean?
Okay. I see how you moved in. So, and it also sounds like you are business minded. Okay. All right. So that gives us a good lift off. And do you have like I said, a term, a motto, a quote, or something that you go by as far as your personal thing, but that represents you at the same time?
Yeah. So it's a Bible verse in Psalms 23 that I live by for real. And my favorite part in there is, you know, thou prepares a table for me in the presence of my enemies.
Right.
I be having enemies I don't know about. You know what I mean? I don't
That's
really
good
bother
right
about
there.
it.
Look, God already in the place. He brought that right to the situation and to the table. So we see what kind of energy we're working with right here with your I Am Who.
Yeah.
I appreciate you using it, and that's a good motto to keep.
Yeah.
So,
Thank
as
you.
a man, then you're welcome. As a man, then in this type of energy of being a creator, you being a creator, and the flesh is you being a co-creator to the divine. So ultimately, how do you keep yourself motivated throughout the types of things that you involve yourself in? Since you are, you know, pretty sensitive to the energies, like how do you keep yourself motivated? Because there's a lot of things that are going to constantly try to attack you and penetrate you and throw you off course, set you off. And I'm asking you this because just to kind of get you prepared after this question, I want you to give us whatever story you want to tell. It doesn't have to be, just whatever level you want to share, because the audience is going to receive it for what they need and how you overcame it.
I see. My biggest obstacle by far probably was when I was on life support. You know what I mean? Like,
and that happened.
That happened like, it was a while ago.
Okay.
It was a while. It was a whole lot of stuff just happening, like back to back. It was just like, you know, my brother got killed. You feel me? He ain't make it out the operation table. You know what I mean? Then 3 years later, I'm on the operation table. I'm gonna come for a week. You know what I mean? And
so you was
I go back to that
risk for the same.
You know what I mean? And it's like, when you go through that, and mine, you feel me, it was like, it was so weird. I was on like life support for like 5 days. I really didn't even know what was going on. Like, but I know when I came like out of the coma or whatever, I was saying, mumbling in my sleep. You know, at this time, I'm probably like I know God, but I'm too young to really know what's up though.
Right.
Like, I'm still doing whatever. And it's just like, I was saying something that was, my aunt told my mom, it was like in the book of Revelation or something. I ain't know what I was saying. But ever since then, it's just like, you know, if I can
You had
make
an
it
out-of-body
do that,
experience.
I had an out-of-body experience. It's like when I came back, I was never wired the same. Because I used to worry about everything.
Okay.
Like, it's not wired anymore. After that, it's just like, bro, when it's your time, it's your time. That's just what it told me. So you just might as well live it up in between.
Embrace your life and really appreciate the life that you've been given the chance to continue to live in after such a crazy experience. I appreciate you sharing that so much, because that takes a lot to share such a deep experience, and I give you condolences for the loss.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a lot to overcome. How have you been overcoming? Because I understand that type of thing is not a overnight thing to heal from. So as a man trying to be, you know, in your creative space and still trying to thrive in what you're doing, how have you been healing? How have you been pouring into yourself and keeping yourself motivated?
Like, just the music. You know,
is that your therapy, would you say?
Yeah.
Because it is therapy regardless.
It's therapy regardless, but when like
you putting it together,
you're gifted enough to put your whole life, and somebody can see it just by what you're saying.
And gifted enough to put it in a creative way to share it,
right.
You know, for people who may have to experience that same thing on their path.
Right.
Because we all have different paths, but it's a lot of similarities, and then we can relate. And as a creator, you give so much to the next person who may have to go through, they may not know they have to go through this eventually, but because they came across your music one day, if they experience something similar to it, they have something to lean on,
right.
You know, and someone to relate to out here in the spiritual element of it, you know.
Right.
And that's how I view it. That's lit.
Yeah, it's real lit, because it's like, it help you, it's like, I don't know, it's like a superpower for me now in this world, because like people in this generation, it's like I'm able to get much more done because I'm a little desensitized.
Okay.
So like when you able to sit down and talk business, and I know my feelings don't get involved easily, it's a lot more opportunities and I'm able to grab onto.
Okay.
Because I can separate them.
I was about to say, do you separate it or do you neglect your emotional access?
It's you gotta separate it for real.
That's good.
And it's not easy.
It's not that you're treating yourself with emotional unavailability.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, I know I feel away, but logically, what's gonna get this done is we gotta go ahead. I might not like it, but I know that's what we ready to do right quick. You know?
That's good. You know how to do that. Compartmentalize what's what, and you ain't just. Because some people, I guess, feel at business a lot because they mix the wrong things together. Pleasure with business.
It's something so small. Like something pleasure don't go right, mess up the whole set. Or like somebody can just say something in like a tone that you don't like.
Oh yeah,
the other person ain't mean nothing by it. It's just like, man, forget it.
Your emotions took it that way.
You know what I mean? And he probably had like a advantage for you right there. You just walked out.
You wasn't thinking with your logic, you was thinking with your feelings.
With your feelings. So.
And that wrong situation. That is a good one right there, because we always think that women are the only ones who are emotional beings, but men are emotional beings too. But a lot of men don't know how to do what you're saying and have that self-control to know the difference of how you feel about a relationship with your lady versus how you carry things with another man on a business level, you know. Because you can have a personal relationship with friends that are men, but it's the difference between the relations. That's what I'm saying. And knowing how to,
And knowing how to navigate those.
Yeah, definitely. Since we're on the topic, like, how do you handle, you know, being a creator and working with so many different people and your same, genre of work, and then having so many strong minds? Because, you know, a lot of times I'm pretty sure as you elevate as a man, you start to gravitate to men who are on that level of elevation too. Right. So I know that I would think that would mean that you all have a better way of working with each other. But say as though there is there are those one or two people in your group or your circle that haven't had that elevation yet. You don't want to just cut off those friendships, but you know how sometimes we separate. How do you handle that type of situation where you're elevating and people you love and you have been working with on a business partner's level, you know, because it is a bond that's created.
Right.
You know, so how do you balance that when you got to kind of keep going?
The circle of people that I man, we like, it's like we'll never hate each other, but it's like inside competition.
Okay.
To push
But
yourself.
is it motivational competition?
For sure.
Okay.
It's just like, for example, we going to the studio. We want to look at it because we decided, like, we ain't want to really get too late. So it's just like, hey, bro, I'm about to tear you up on this verse. And then he gonna say the same thing. Bro.
Because you know that's going to get him fired up.
Yeah, I know it's going to get him fired up. Or they know I'm, like, real competitive. Like, so, like, you know, like, when people, hey, yo, you want to let y'all say it? It's like, all right, cool, yeah. And then it's like, oh, we got this. Or, hey, bro, you ain't make this much. Oh, but you broke. It's like, all right, like, it's like friendly. You know what I mean? But it keep us moving, though, because it's men, like, whether we joking or not, you know, like.
Y'all engage in y'all competitive nature with the right chord.
So it's just like, you feel me, when you got friends who willing to do that and pull you up and they see you slipping. You feel me?
That's
They
a
the
good
ones you
circle to
wanna
have.
learn. Yeah.
Okay. So you around like-minded men then? You have some like-minded men. I mean, I understand you have some that aren't though.
I got some that aren't, some that are.
And that's what I'm saying. How you
know,
handle the ones that aren't? Like, how do you?
I treat them all the same. I
Okay.
don't judge nobody.
You
by
are
that.
yourself no matter who you're dealing
I'm
with.
me. So like, I know I'm not doing nothing.
Take that.
I'm cool to somebody, I'm not cool to somebody. I ain't trying to please y'all, I'm just being me. And whoever rock. So like, you feel me? My man's like, chill. Do your thing, bro, I'm not eating it. But like,
Right.
I ain't mad 'cause, you know what I mean? Like,
You're not going to have to start forcing yourself to like it. And you're not going to judge him.
and I don't hang with people who try to force me to
Do
you
stuff
know what
because
I
they
mean?
doing
Because
it.
they doing it. It's like, bro, if you don't like that, that's cool. I'm gonna do
Accept
this.
me for who
you know
I
what I
am.
mean? Like, that's cool. So
I
I
feel
ain't
that.
with like more mature people. Nah, I say.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
But I do got some ones who they be mad, but you know that's just them. You know what I mean?
And that's good that you're able to discern, you know, because you mentioned that you're a genuine person, but, you know, mentioning your motto coming straight from, you know, biblical context, I know you must have some form of discernment to be able to judge wisely, you know, how to handle each person and each situation.
I didn't even know that's what that was called at first. Like, discernment. Like, I used to hear people say it, but like I ain't never.
Now it resonates.
Now it resonates because somebody just was like, "You're gifted discernment, cool." And I was like, "Why?" They like, "Oh, you know when to leave a party." I ain't know. You feel me? Now that I'm older and I'm growing up and I'm letting certain things go, now I see. Just like, oh,
your judgment is crisp. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
'Cause that's all that is, just having just that clear judgment in situations and your creativity, like even having that discernment with your music, like knowing what's a good message, what's going to be the one that you need to make a video for. Yeah, like that. Simple. It could go ranges, you know, with discernment. So that's so cool. All right. So before we tap into what you do, the last thing I want to ask is like your influences when it comes to the I Am Who, like, you know, talk about too, like, with your influences, right? Being from Baltimore, and I've asked everybody coming out of Baltimore, because I'm trying to have it where it's a conglomerate where we're more in unison with, you know, having more camaraderie with DC and, you know, adding ourselves to the DMV situation and not feeling like we need to be so separate, because it is all one unit. If we can do that as a region, I feel like we can win.
We can win.
Yeah, and so ultimately, being from Baltimore, like the pro and the con, right? And then your influences being raised in your personal situation. Because I know, like, for me, I'm from Baltimore, but I moved around a lot because I was a Navy child. But, you know, outside of that, my mother just liked to, you know, go places. So I moved around a lot as a child. So my mind is able to see other places as a good experience rather than, like, I never leave home type of vibe that, you know, some people are attached to their city do, you know?
Yeah.
And I won't just say people in Baltimore do that. It's a thing where I think the soul of people from the city is different from people, you know, in other places, because we want to hold on to it, but it is a place that you do have to kind of learn to grow from and be able to expand. So, yeah.
Right, so the pro I got from Baltimore is survival.
Okay.
I feel like, and I've been to like a lot of cities, and I be wanting to see, like, I know it's crazy, like, but I be wanting to see what's going on. I ain't trying.
just
be
being
in
stuck
y'all
in one
suburbs
place.
all the time. Like, I want to see what y'all city like. I'm trying to ride around. Let's go grab some drinks. Let's just see something. It's like, one thing I can say, if you survived in Baltimore growing up, like,
Anyway.
being there, like, you is good. Your survival skills is good. Like, you don't know how many times I pull up and somebody hit an accent. Oh, you from Baltimore? Yeah. Y'all cool, yo. We don't want no smoke weed. And it just be like, I didn't even know it was nothing. Like, you know what I mean? But it be.
But you be so caught. That's what a lot of people don't realize is that the situation of Baltimore itself and the experience that you get there is enough to carry with you when you go other places. That you're not even thinking about the things that people are seeing you as just because of, you know, you wear the environment you come from, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it can sound unfortunate, but
It's like
not.
like an unnatural thing. Like,
Yeah.
I went to like.
It's not unfortunate anymore when you look at.
Especially when you in a small town.
Yeah.
And you so used to people in Baltimore like talk aggressive. So if you go somewhere and you talk and
They got that
yo, why
hospitable.
you think you like what's going on?
I know.
I'm like, bro, nah, I don't want doing that, bro.
And it'd be like they don't understand. You had to learn that though.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like your discernment taught you too through that. Like,
bro,
okay, these people, are taking it this way because they don't. This is not how they are in their environment.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because once we started to spread, I feel like once people in Baltimore who are creatives and are, you know, sound, you know, whistleblowers, sirens, sound waves. The sound wave, I think, was composed, like it was like compacted in the city. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, everybody was so stuck on everything going on in the city, they don't realize the world don't hear us yet. So once everybody in Baltimore started going and doing the things they doing everywhere, it was like that vibration is being, you know, spread.
And then at least with the circle of people that I was with, it did start to move a little bit. I think like once that Freddie Gay joint hit CNN, it was like yeah, when you go down there, when you be, and people who, you know, some people don't go for it, but most people, oh, you from Baltimore? Yeah. Y'all be wild, bro. Y'all cool. Da, 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 da.
And that's the thing about the narrative.
And I don't want it to be known for that.
Yeah, like, thank you.
Baltimore got a lot of talent. Like,
and that's the point I'm trying to make is that it's like, same thing like I said for the DC, DMV area in total, is so much that we try to hide from the world and keep sacred to ourselves. Because it is like a thing where we do be like, look, don't come to Baltimore. We don't want you here. We good. Whatever we got going on here is our business. I might hate, boy around the corner, but
one thing I will say about Baltimore, though, whatever's going on in Baltimore, it stay there.
Oh, yeah. That's like a Vegas thing.
Yeah, like if you see somebody that, because it's been like, you see somebody you got a problem with in Baltimore, you go to Atlanta, you be with
y'all
other
gonna
dudes.
carry it different.
It's like,
with
bro,
each
you
other.
not ready to mess with Joe because Joe from the city.
Right.
We deal with each other when we get back.
Yeah.
But while we outside, we from Baltimore.
It's a community thing wherever we go type thing.
Yeah.
I feel that. And I like that you pinpointed that because that's a big vibe.
Thing.
Yeah.
So, like, if it can happen in Baltimore, it'd be cool.
Yeah.
So
that's so funny. I like that we touched on that.
Yeah.
So what was your con? That was your con.
That was like a pro. So
your pro was survival.
Yeah.
Okay.
My con being from Baltimore would be probably like the coldness. Because it's like certain situations where people will look for you to be on, just like
you don't get no passes,
nothing, bro. You check like that's weak, and then it's like you can't say that to somebody who think that's everything. Yeah. But I got a habit of that. I be thinking people's like it.
Okay, so you saying the con is like the lack of willingness to support.
I would support you, but it's like oh man, yo, is you okay?
It's not no baby.
It's not no baby. Yeah. It's like that.
But even as a child, I get what you're saying. Even as a child, that can be a con because that's how you coming out. You need to come into the city expecting a hard.
And that's what my folks did with me.
Tough love.
Was kind of a con too because that's all for a long time. I'm like just starting to work on that.
Okay.
Like, I'm like I never know how to display it.
Like learning how to have more love in the things that we do.
Yeah, being gentle. And
more nurturing, tender love and care.
Yeah.
All right, I love that. All right, so I appreciate you sharing everything about your I am who are you.
Yeah.
And the last thing before you tell what we do, give us an influence, celebrity influence and a personal influence of your own.
Okay. Personal. A person, well, I'm gonna go with a celebrity who inspires me. It's like a mixture between like.
But even if not necessarily a celebrity, a well-known person, you know.
My inspiration musically would probably be between Drake and Gladys Knight.
That's a good combo right there.
Cause Gladys Knight, she like, in my opinion, she one of the best writers. Like when I listen to her music, I can see what she's saying. Like I can.
So
see
you like
it.
the whole her brothers too, like her whole group.
I like that. Yeah, the Pips. I like that writing back. Now I listen to a lot of music like that, and then like when I see people like Drake, it's just like I seen Michael Jackson make it that high off of pop, and Whitney Houston make it that high singing. But for somebody rapping to be named up there with Michael Jackson,
right?
Crazy. Cause I ain't never think rap would go that big to where it go. You doing Michael Jackson numbers rapping?
Facts.
Like that's crazy. That's crazy. Man.
Times are changing.
Like, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Those are good influences. So then when it comes to personal, yeah, like
my mother, for real. It's like my mother. I ain't see her. It was nothing that I ain't never see her like not be.
That's it.
Like,
That's a superhero for
real. My mother,
without
like,
trying, she ain't even had to whip
without
cake.
trying. She just buried her oldest son. Dealing with
strong woman. Shouts out to the queen.
Yeah, for sure. Just buried her oldest son. Dealing with me, and then she still got 3 other kids that she got raised.
And still have to swallow the pill of losing one while doing so. Give them the love that they need.
While making sure they doing right by me while I'm laying in the hospital. You still got kids. You still, you feel me? My mother, like, super strong. Like, I just know her whole story. And it's just like, damn. You know what I mean? Like,
and that is how you have become the creator that you are. I'm pretty sure a major piece of that.
It did.
Is
Amazing.
your queen, yeah.
Because my mother, like, she don't believe in stopping at all. Like, stopping, like, get surgery on her hand, and then, I gotta go back to work though, trying to lift tires.
Wow.
It's like, yo, you tripping, man. Like, but it's just like, no, because
She
they
taught
gotta
you something
eat.
through
They
that.
gotta, you feel me?
She
So
taught you a
now
lot
it's just
through
like,
that.
it don't matter what's going on. I gotta get up. You feel me?
You like, my mother did this.
If my
Ain't
mother
no
can
way
do
I'm
it,
ever letting
her
go on
kids
it.
gotta eat. Yeah,
Yeah.
mine too. Yeah, cool. Like, I ain't going to sleep. Like, it's cool.
Thanks, I love that.
So.
Yes, love to the queens, especially because that is the biggest creative position to have. You know. So now we can move from the I am who are you, what do you do, and really get into the meat of who you are. So, and your creativity, I'm pretty sure as a creator you have different types of things you tap into. You know, whether it be you being behind the scenes of your own creations, doing the film, whatever. But what is your main creative position? Like, what do you claim has been that main thing you do as a creator?
Songwriting.
Okay.
Most definitely songwriting.
Okay. So that is your main position.
That's my main position. Songwriting and rapping and singing, but mostly, like, I've been doing all this year. I wrote for people like E10.
Okay.
But I was never really into giving up no songs because me personally, I don't like music I can't feel. Sometimes, like, you feel me? It's no shot to anybody who just make fun of music, but like, it's some of that sound good, but what catching my eyes like stuff that you can feel, like,
that's deep,
you feel me? So it's like I listen to a lot of, like, I'd probably say like G Herbo or
people who talk about something. You like people who use their actual stories
that use their stories. I like people who rap about what's going on. Like, even people
who had the therapy music. They use
right,
it for therapy.
Right.
You can tell through their lyrics.
Like,
they use it for therapy.
It depends on what mood I'm in or what I'm listening to too. Like,
I was gonna say, can you make since your primary is songwriter, can you make therapy music and fun music? Okay.
Yeah, I've done it. I've done it a lot of times, and it confuses people sometimes.
Okay, because they be like,
they be like, yo, what? But then, like, you feel me? For people who get it, they like, bro, you a brilliant songwriter, bro. You should, you know what I mean? And it'd be personal experiences, but I got to the point where and I got challenged. You feel me? All right, look, you got this sound pack. You feel me? It can still be talk about some fun stuff that you done, and then it's just like, well, that's how I want this be. I always get challenged by my you feel me? My engineer, and my partner. Man, so yo gonna challenge.
Shouts out to Saul Real.
Yeah, shout out to Saul Real. One thing about
I
Saul
definitely
and
work
that
with
booth,
him too.
yo, is gonna chart, and our music is our taste in music is completely different.
Okay.
Like we get some things, but it's just like we get in the car with each other, like, bro, what is you listening to? Like, turn that off, and then it's just
The whole
like,
time y'all be pouring into each other though.
it do because when he need, it's like opposites attract.
Y'all make each other think outside of y'all element
each
too.
other, and
Yeah.
it so when they come together, it's like y'all should be way bigger than what y'all. Oh my God, yeah. So now we know.
That's good. That's a good vibe to have in your circle.
Yeah. For real.
Okay. So, all right, let's elaborate more then on where we are right now as a creator. Where you are right now as a creator. Like, do you have any reoccurring events, or have you been touring? And do you plan on like adding that to your type of like platform as an artist? Are you gonna lean more towards allowing yourself to be in the cut doing more songwriting, or are you planning on stepping more into your artist role?
Well, I'm planning on right now definitely taking like more media action in my artist role. I went through like the last probably like couple years of my life was kind of wild. I dropped the album probably about 2 months ago. It's called How Did I End Up Here? And it's like, it was basically, most of it was like a sum of my last 4 life, like what's going on. And it's like, yo, how did I end up here? Like, it was just a question. Like, and came out with that.
That's cool.
I got torn probably like over the last 4 years though. Like, it was wild for real. Like, whole lot. It was just so wild and unexpected, and it just happened so fast. Then, you know, we ended up burying my grandmother, and then like our pop's daughter, and it's just like, you know, I ain't mad. I love, you know what I mean?
No, but that stuff starts to
But it's
feel
just like
burying you.
when you feel like you trying to, oh, let me decompress, and you can't. It's just like, oh my God. So it's just
Yeah, because like one thing after
it's just like,
another.
man, and it like, you know, I probably came off a little close because it was just so much. I felt like if somebody asked me what's wrong, it was just gonna all come out. So I just like went to the booth. Like, I just was like, yo, I realized I can't be around nobody because I'm very chill. You know, I don't like no competition, but I know how my temper can get.
Okay.
So it's
You
just
know
like,
yourself, so.
yeah. So it's just like, yo, I'm about to just go in the studio, and I just was in there the whole time, and then just trying to get my mind right, talking to God, and you know, like it for a while, it just seemed like nothing would never end. Like nothing, it just wouldn't stop, and then you know, once you catch a break and you regroup, you feel me? Yeah. Some of the stuff I look at is like, oh, all right, cool. I finally obtained this. I asked for this. You feel me? But it's like, you just gotta look at it like, why would you ask for something that you wouldn't want the knowledge on?
Sure.
So if you go do something and it falls short, I'm cool that it fell short first. Cause at least if it falls short again, I was already right before.
Right.
I know how to maneuver through this. Versus, oh, it's so successful the first time that you fall, you can't pick it back up. It's not for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So.
Wow, that's very powerful. Like you had a lot of things you've been, you know, challenged with.
Yeah.
To continue to stay the course of what you're doing is, that's crazy. That's sensational. Because like, you need that kind of energy out here, like.
Yeah,
and
so
so,
it's like, yo, no matter what's going on, like, rent still doing the first.
Right.
Like,
you still realistic
you
about
still,
life.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I gotta eat.
shit.
Everybody gotta eat. You know what I mean? So it's just like, yo, I can be mad sitting here, oh, this is going on. But it's like, bro, the money out there. We can't sit in here and be sad about it. So that's where it come from when it's like, men can't talk to nobody. Da, 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 da. It ain't like we can't talk to nobody. It's just like, by the time we get the chance to do sometime, the ones who really handling their business, it's just like, fuck it.
Right.
Like, I done already processed to how I am now.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's like.
And that's acceptance, though. It's a lot of self-acceptance. And, you know, just tapping into self-journeys real quick, that's the thing that I promote a lot of, because it's not just about me and my life and self-journeys. I view everybody having their own self-journeys. So whatever, processes and walks you've had in life, those are yours. So when it comes to my main pillars are G self, unity, peace, love, and truth of how I view the self journeys. The G self is the energy within you.
Okay.
So that's your energy, but that's your energy. You get
right,
so
right,
it's
right.
like knowing your power, and you have tapped into that, knowing what kind of creator you are.
Right.
So when it comes to how you would kind of pour back to others, and when we were talking about the I am who, before you talk about a statement you would give to a young kid coming out of not even just Baltimore, DMV, any place you go, to somebody that might hear your music around this world, and they see you and had the opportunity to meet you, and they want to actually ask you a question or just get some type of word from you, what kind of thing would you instill in that person, even if it's your own child? What kind of thing would you give?
To me, probably one of the most powerful lessons is charge it to the game.
Oh yeah,
charge it to the game, bro.
It's kind of cold, but it's
you know what I mean.
Hey.
It's I don't want to be like that because I want people to feel you matter, your feelings matter, but at the same time, bro, you just gotta charge it.
You feel like that is a way to empower a person by telling them
look, bro, I will empower you. You're not alone. I'll help you if I can. You feel me, do anything. But it's certain things, it's certain walks on your journey. I'm not gonna be able to go, and that's when you gotta learn how to charge it because you don't got that person that's you got to lean.
The person
on.
you inspired by, it can't be there everywhere you
exactly. I love my mother. She gonna help me whenever she could. You know what I mean? But it's just oh, I'm doing this, and my mother I can't help. And it's just what?
Figure it out.
Nah,
it's not saying that in a mean way, but
it's not. But you gotta figure it out. And you gotta grow up.
Gotta figure it out.
Me? I was in a position where I had to figure it out a lot early.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So my mom, she back and forth to work, working all these hours. I don't know where my dad was at the time. You know what I mean? We had a healthy relationship, but we kind of bonded later. In the early parts, it was
at least he came through. Shouts out to the kid for coming through.
Yeah. I mean, he was trying to come through, but it was just I think what him and my mom had going on, it kind of just deterred.
Okay.
You know,
he needed to go his own way.
He just needed to go his own way.
Okay.
I ain't mad at him about that, but it was cause it was never to a point where it's though I couldn't at least talk to him.
Okay.
But
he never made his problems with your mom his problems with his kids.
With me.
Okay.
He could beef with her and then talk to me on the phone, and I would never even, to change his voice, I would never even know him. You know what I mean? And then it's, how fathers be, you first had a kid, they doing what they doing. Some of them do a lot. So it's just all right, cool. We had that conversation. Squash the gripe or whatever. Then we got cool.
That's good. So that's healthy though for you and for your generation. For your legacy as a family because y'all love it. So ultimately, now how do you pour into yourself on a daily? You got a regimen, as far as keeping your spirit in tune, keeping yourself afloat throughout your day to day, and balancing everything you got in your personal life and your work life.
Weed and water.
Okay.
For sure.
That's real. Look, that's real.
Weed and water. Sure. I don't.
That's two elements we need in this world. The earth and the sea.
I've been telling people, bro, I ain't even hard to get along with. If we got some weed and we got some music, bro, we cool. Just
and you hydrated.
You feel me? Yeah. We got some water. It's bro, it's all love until you show me it's not. Then that's a different story.
Do you have any but do you on a day-to-day basis? I mean, if you smoke and you drink water, cool on a day-to-day basis. If that's your main thing, that's cool too. Do you do any type of meditation or any type of tuning into yourself, or would you say that's what you do when you're into the studio or you're into your music?
When I'm by myself a lot though, I will talk to God in the car.
Okay, so you have your prayerful time, your personal time. Okay,
because I don't when I pray, I don't do the 3 actions.
It's personal. No, it's probably personal.
This going on. I feel when God with me, he can kick his shoes off. All right, bro, what's up? You feel me? All right, look, because I ain't asking for too much. You feel me? I ain't asking. I don't even want to be super billionaire rich for real. I just want to be cool, take care of my family. I be humble.
Yeah.
Whatever else come with it, that's what come. You know what I mean?
And you starting to thank him in advance for,
Yeah.
already knowing.
Already knowing.
Because you know your relationship with God. On the end of the day, you know how long He's been pulling through for you.
And I see where my life go. Like, I ain't even supposed to be here. Like,
so it's like, God, you got me every day. You put me here, and you put me in motion. You put me in positions.
By something that, you feel me? A gift I ain't even asked for. Like my voice. Like, I didn't ask for the gift. I didn't even ask for the
and I can't wait to tap into what these songs you got coming out.
Yeah, I got some stuff coming up. So, yeah,
All
make
right.
sure y'all stay tuned.
Tell us, before you tell us about what you got coming out, what was your first performance like? Where was it or what you did?
My first performance was, I ain't gonna lie, I'm mad. I don't know if he like threw me to the wolves or it was like he was trying to get me on there, but I wasn't even that nice at the time. And I opened up for like, what was his name? Joel Ortiz. Bro could rap and I was scared to go after him. And then like, it was Joel Ortiz and then King Los was like right behind him.
Wow.
I was like, bro, I don't even know what none of them just said, but I know they nice. And I'm not even trying to go up there. I was nervous, but I went up there and I had the advantage because I had the Tupac, the remix, the Dead Mama, and I called my mother on the stage and rapped into it, and everybody they was feeling like
crazy. I thought they went crazy,
and I'm like, oh, this is my first show time. Like I ain't even know I was gonna do that, but it was cool.
That is unique. I like that. Okay, that's a fire first performance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's get into this groovy part of your your creative flow. So tell us about what has been current and what has been of the past for people who are new to who you are as an artist, and then all the platforms they can find you on.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a site just for your music or a link tree or whatever, tell them, spell it out, everything so that they can know.
Okay.
But definitely tell us a little bit about the timeline and the journey so far, with what music they can see when they look you up.
Okay, cool. So on all media platforms, you can just type in CJ Bandzz, CJ space BANDZZ. Okay. I got Back in the City 1, Back in the City 2, How Did I End Up Here? Drippin' Sauce 2 is up there. We had to take Drippin' Sauce 1 down for some legal stuff. Okay. So we had to take it down. But Drippin' Sauce 2 is still up. I got videos under CJ Bandzz. Okay. Social media, YDG.Bandzz, but Bandzz, the A is spelled with a V. Oh, Instagram is YDG. YDG stands for Young, Dumb, and Gifted.
All right, so IG and all the other platforms.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So all of the I like the music that you have that you sing.
Yeah,
you have a beautiful voice.
Thank
Are you doing booking? Are you like, can people book you? Okay, so how can they book you? And like, are you okay with people DM, or you prefer email?
They can DM
you got a text number?
If you're gonna, you can DM me at any of them sites. But also you can email me cjbandzz2@gmail.com, or you can hit up, you feel me, Blind Hearted Saw Real. Okay. Like that'll probably be the quickest way to get you. Yeah. So it'll be probably the quickest way to get you. I ain't gonna lie to you, it'll be the quickest way to get you. If you try bookings, features, songwriting, anything like that.
Okay, so that's kind of like your management, PR type. Okay, so reach out to Saw Real if you're really trying to get access to him like right away. But don't hesitate to reach out to you directly.
Right.
Okay.
Because if I got the phone in my hand, I'd definitely answer.
Right, I was about to say, like, say so somebody's like interested in seeing if you would be interested in the feature or writing for them, they want to pay for a song or something. Okay. All right, so that's how we gonna groove with it. So your current project for you, not what you've done for another artist. For we could talk about that, but I want to know what you got right now, current, and then let us know, like, if you're working with other artists, whether it be a singer, a rapper, whatever, like, give them some.
I've been working with, like, a variety of different people, like, people I don't know, you feel me? I got some things coming up with Morning After.
Okay.
My album just dropped, the one I was talking about earlier, How Did I End Up Here, 11 songs. The way my music kind of go, the Back in the Cities, kind of was describing my love life. Now this is, you feel me? This is describing the other side.
What you're putting out now currently?
What I just put out describes the other side. Like, how did I end up here?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
How did I end up here? The current project.
That's my current project. So it's doing real good.
I was about to say, what can people expect when they hear this sound?
Just raw. It's gonna shock some people.
Okay.
It's gonna shock some people at first, but throughout the album, you'll get it.
Okay.
Like
It'll start to come together.
It'll come together.
Okay. Do you have any visuals for it yet?
I got some in the cut.
Okay.
Yeah, I got some in the cut. I just dropped one not too long ago with me and Bandzz and Izzy. It's called Rap.
Shouts out to Bandzz and Izzy.
Yeah, so now.
Hope I can sit down with him too.
Yeah.
Shout out to that family.
Y'all get it. She dope. For sure.
Appreciate
So,
it.
Yeah,
All right, you got a lot of stuff running.
Yeah, I'm doing like writing and I'm just getting a lot of things together. I'm supposed to be doing on some part of, I can't remember the young lady right name, but we got a movie coming out. It's supposed to be like a movie.
So you into that too?
So I'm about to, I've done a couple plays. I did
Okay.
like Mama's Kitchen. You know what I mean?
Okay, how can people find you? Any type of visuals you've been in?
You gotta contact Cornelius Adams.
Okay.
He also I met him through one of the magazines he wanted me to put. He got Vital Magazine.
Okay.
And Vital Magazine. He was in the magazine. I ended up winning an award that night and everything. Ended up going on stage with him because he real tapped in with my brother, Hooli Shalom.
Okay.
And Hooli Shalom had a song that Shake It Shorty. Yeah.
Okay, so y'all moving.
Yeah.
Moving and grooving. So I appreciate you sharing all of the things that you wanted to share, because I know you got stuff that's going to be popping. As an artist, I know how it is. Y'all can't be telling all of so, right now, we're just going through the motions of knowing who you are and catching up to where you are now, because after this series is put out, what I like to do is kind of like, eventually what I'm going to do, like for the first season, is kind of do like an up-to-date on the people that were on the season the first time, because everybody just like elevated, so ultimately it's cool seeing progress, and how I was going to say, how much do you appreciate, how you feel about being a person who is in your purpose,
Man, it feel great. Honestly, it feel real good. I can't explain the feeling. Like, it's just like I'm getting paid for
knowing
this.
yourself, right?
Like this is crazy.
Doing what you love, like.
And I don't even really be knowing them. Like, you feel me? I just gotta get a credit to God, because like I don't. You feel me? I don't even know why it's working. I still don't.
But it's working for you good. It's happening for you, not to you.
Yeah.
And shouts out to another artist. I'm gonna link you with that. Mentioned that yesterday, but we was talking about some motivational speakers and how they said that nothing is happening to you, it's happening for you. Right. And that's a beautiful thing. So, all right. We've shared a lot about what you do. I want to do another, link with you, because there's so much more that we can talk about.
Sure,
like, it seems like we just been, we've been just going with the flow of just pouring out all of this stuff.
Another inspiration though. My uncle.
Okay, tell us about
my two uncles. One of my uncles, personal. You know what I mean? My Uncle Glenn. He opened the whole lot. And like, I call him every single day. Got to. Like, I gotta call him. That's my father.
He poured into you what you need for your
I gotta call him. Whether I agree with him or don't agree with him, I just gotta hear what he's saying before I make a choice. He must be important anytime you remember to put him, And my Uncle Skeet,
pay homage to him.
He was another celebrity. He played for like Parliament. That's the reason why I wanted to do music right there when I found that. Because when I was little, my mom and my aunt, they used to like listen to the music, and I liked it. I always liked it. I'm like, oh, can I hear some of the old music? They like, yeah. When I found out my uncle, I'm like, oh yeah, that's your uncle band. And they play. Like, what? And I see my uncle on TV. I see him on shirts. I'm like,
oh, you had, okay, so you went to a family. You went to a family that's into.
And it was like, and the way they was with it though, I thought I was going, hey, uncle, I want to do music. And he was just gonna give it to me. He was like, dude, like, all right, like it was.
But you learned from there.
I gotta learn it. You feel me? I had to learn it because I was just like, yo, can you teach me? And it was always I had to do something first, but I didn't get it. Like, all right, well, you want me to teach you how to play this? All right, well, go get a guitar and bring it. Okay. And I'm mad. Why you couldn't get me a guitar? It was like, you feel me? Like, but then when I grew up, it's like, bro, if you want to do something, you gotta show somebody that you want to do that. They ain't just gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah, thanks. Well, shouts out to Unc. I appreciate you mentioning him. Yeah, we gotta give him the love. And before I take off my host hat for you to reverse the host, because you about to be the host, and ask me 1 to 3 questions of your choice. Gotcha. It don't have to be about I Am Who or anything. It could be as outlandish as you choose
I
to
got
choose,
you.
but yeah, just be creative with it. But before I do that, I do want to ask, because this is about unity, bringing together the community of, the DMV.
Mhm.
How do you feel about artists in the DMV, and what do you think we can do to empower ourselves more in the
I like the DMV sound.
Mhm.
To be honest, I know a lot of people like it, but like I really like
You
it.
think it can grow?
Yeah, it can grow.
What,
like,
what can people do to try to do more? What can the creators of the DMV do more to better themselves, I guess, from your view as a creator?
try not to look at everybody as like
Competition.
not competition.
Op.
It's cool to have friendly competition.
That is. That's
like,
what I love.
You feel me? Like I look at things.
But you write about an op, like
it's
looking
like,
at them like an enemy.
everybody not op because you feel me. Most rappers, we come from the same thing, so we move the same. So it's like, bro, we not.
Why are we hating
on
each other?
nothing with you. we chilling like y'all chilling. We don't know each other, but it's like, you feel me. Some people even go in there like, I don't want to work with you. He suck. Like I ain't never been like that. Like he suck. Like to me, I don't really think no rapper suck. It's either you like him or you don't. Cause somebody
it's a
like
personal
yo.
thing.
You get what I'm saying? Somebody like yo. So like, if you want to work, I ain't know, bro. Let's work. I don't care what you sound like. You here to bring two sounds together anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, I make whatever. Like.
And y'all hear that from an artist, so But I just wanted to ask that so that people can see your mindset when it comes to that.
I be trying to make country music in there. Like I be trying to make pop music, club mix music. It's just music.
Being a creator.
You feel me? I know how to rap, but just don't limit yourself.
Lit. Thank you so much for wrapping that up with me for the I Am Who, What Do You Do? And now it's reverse the host, so I take off my host hat and I give you the seat, and I'm in the hot seat.
All right, so. What was your biggest motivation growing up?
I'm not even gonna say a person because I always say my parents as far as my main influences.
Mm-hmm.
So my biggest motivation, personally, that I had was my inner creative world. Like, I once I learned about writing and art, like just drawing and writing and using that to express myself, it was a wrap for me.
All right, cool, yeah.
As a child, I had found that in myself, and
I get it.
My parents let me just say whatever I wanted on paper. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I say the meanest stuff on paper. My mom taught me to burn it so I wouldn't carry that energy on me. So I learned how to let go of things a lot and grow through things a lot because of the love for writing. So I relate to you with the, being a songwriter because I love using my writing to
just express yourself. That's cool. That's cool. Writing on paper and burning it. That's cool. All right. What has been your biggest obstacle so far while you trying to do it?
Biggest obstacle, honestly, trying to get in tune with my financial, budgeting, managing my finances better and obtaining resourceful, assistance, good financial assistance because I've been in debt with loans before.
Right.
So I've had bad experiences. I've had business debt and everything. So I've come to this with a more humble mindset of not necessarily charging people for anything because I'm not there yet to do that, but not just that, but because I know my worth as much as I respect the worth of others.
Right.
So I know what to charge, what not to charge for something. My spa is different from this because this is about the creators. I'm doing this for the people. I want to see this. And I just learned how to maneuver in my mindset based on that. The biggest challenge was the managing, being able to do it because I'm not rich or nothing like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta, my bread and butter is what is always being funding all of this.
Right.
So I had to be more wise in that. So that has been a challenge for me, but I've been working on my financial literacy. Also, I'm an artist too now, so I'm doing more investing in myself. So I know, because I'm a writer first.
Right.
So I'm allowing myself to become more of a vocalist and embracing where my voice is on my own genre, Debbie Jam, in which I allow myself to just kind of express in the way I want to.
Right.
Not try to make my voice sound like somebody else's way of what
feel
sounds
me? You know
right.
how to bring you
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. That's all you need.
I appreciate those questions. Did you have one more for me?
No, I'm good.
All right, I appreciate it. Those was challenging questions. They were different from what I've been hearing. So, And a motto that's been running with season 2 guests and creators so far has been keep going. So we're going to wrap it up with saying, you know, whatever you're doing, believe in yourself, continue to, you know, pour into yourself, strive, and keep thriving in where you are. Understand that the process doesn't define how great the progress is. So remember the progress, remember where you are, and remain present. And do you have any last words for the people before we wrap it up today?
Man, just make sure, y'all try your best to stay prayed up, and stay motivated. Like, that's it.
I appreciate it. And this is Bree India, 808 Tavern, and my guest,
CJ Bandzz. I know what's going on.
We out of here. G Self Unity, Peace, Love, Truth, all love.
Yeah, I'm living one hell of a life. We out here having one hell of a life. Fuck a girl in the back that deserve good life. Little bitch keep trying to throw a body on me. Right, cause I got the money on me. Playboy drip, keep the cardi on me. I be coaching these niggas, no body on me. Ex-bitch got a little salty on me. I ain't mad, I just counted up 50. Pretty boy Bandzz, I'ma sing too much.